It's the highly anticipated red carpet premiere of the film Exhibiting Forgiveness. Make sure you stay tuned to check out our red carpet interviews with the cast, crew, and so many more. You guys won big at Sundance. How important was it for you to be a part of a film that has such deep-rooted themes about forgiveness, family, faith?
You know, forgiveness is a hard-fought battle. You know, just because you're not doing something wrong because you woke up the next day and you haven't gotten over it, or you haven't forgiven, or you're struggling to forgive. Just the fact that you're on the journey and on the path is a success. That's victory, you know. And so I really wanted to show the truth of how difficult forgiveness can be, because it's scary. You know, sometimes when we let go of, when we forgive, it feels like we're losing our security blanket, the one thing that kept us safe and protected us. But I think that is the biggest lie of unforgiveness. So it was very important to be a part of this film, you know.
How important is it to be covering a theme like this, especially for Black families?
I think that we have a history of trauma in the Black community and in the Black family. Oftentimes our parents and grandparents don't understand the trauma that they've exhibited, the trauma that they've shown us. And so all we're saying is, in order for us to move forward, in order for me able to raise my family, in order for me to be able to love my wife, I have to understand and forgive myself first and foremost, but also forgive my parents and forgive my grandparents as well.
You play Mama Joyce. Why do you think it's so important that she kept those themes and kept her family so strong during this reconciliation time while her son was going through so much emotional turmoil?
She's problematic, you know, because she's trying to force something on her son that he's not ready to do, he doesn't want to do. And I think that is what is important about the film, is that, you know, she's not, you would look at someone like her and think that she's, you know, sort of like the survivor, the martyr, but she's in a way being oppressive, but not intending to, but she is.
How did you deal with such raw emotions while still trying to direct the film?
It's interesting because, I started this film not because I was trying to write a film. I started this film by trying to tell a story to my sons. I wanted my sons to understand their dad a little bit better. And it was just time. Whenever they asked me, I would say later, when you're older, but it's about that time. And so I sat down and I started writing with the purpose of trying to help my sons understand me a little bit better. And as I wrote, I would be inspired by the images that would come into my memory. So I would go to the studio and I would start painting. So I'd wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, I'd start writing. After 2 hours of writing, I would take my kids to school and then I would go to the studio. By the time I was done, I had a narrative. And there were so many people who came up and supported me around that. It's an incredibly special experience.